goodness. My goodness. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's happening? What's up? It's your boy, your player partner. It's your boy, Doc Holiday. We back with another HBCU tonight. You know it's the afternoon edition, because why? I got to go to work today. But make sure that you like the stream, comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also hit that notification bell to get everything. Everything HBCU Overdrive. That little boy here put my ring on over here. But anyway, if you haven't, I want to go ahead and hit this commercial break before we get everything started. And we'll be right back after this message right here. It's your boy, Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also, you can get birthday shoutouts on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket. It's your boy Doc Holiday. We swing to the left, down I-20, and we dip. We going down there for SWAC Media Day, July 16th, 2024. Being hosted at the Sheraton Birmingham Hotel in downtown Birmingham. And we got all schools that's going to be represented in the house on that day. We talking about Jackson State, Valley, Alcorn, Pine Bluff, Prairie View, Texas Southern, Grambling, Southern, Bama State, A&M, Bethune-Cookman, and FAMU. But in order for your boy to get down there, in order for you to get that good content, you got to hit the Cash App, you got to hit the PayPal, you got to hit the Zelle. We also got to hit that Super Chat while we on the live stream. And so, make sure you get your donations in so we can get down there. And like I said, you're going to swing to the left. Hit I-20 and we dip. Yeah, baby. Hey. Oh, Lord. Man, we are back, y'all. First and foremost, this is not going to be a very long show, so it's going to be a kind of a short show. But first and foremost, I want to give a special shout out to my main moderator, Miss Aquay, and her husband, Thad. And they are celebrating their first year of marriage. First year of marriage. You know, I gave him, happy anniversary, and I told Thad, you can't give her back to us now. You got her. You stuck with her. But now, appreciate. I'm, truly humble and appreciative of what she does for this channel and what she does for Jackson State, not just Jackson State, but HBCUs all around. So, had to put this out there, man, because they got married last year when I went to orientation with my stepson, and I did a show during, after orientation, and I asked where she was at. Next thing you know, I get a text message from her. She said, "Look, I got married. I got married." But now we appreciate what she does for this channel, and can't have a better duo to help a boy out, help your brother out, as always. So again, I ain't queuing up Tony because I done got struck with some copyrights the last two shows, but
other than that, man, I just want to say congratulations to you. Congratulations. You know, this deserves a magical twinkle. I like that. I like that button. But yeah, but let's get down to it. Let's get down to it because I don't want to be on here too long. Like I said, fix this. All right. Whew. We got SWAC Media Day coming up in a couple of weeks, y'all. So, you know, still running commercial. If you still want to donate to the cause, I am more than welcome. You are more than welcome to do so. I don't turn down too much of anything as far as money goes, but um, just let you know what's going on. This is what's going on. So we got the player attendees that's going to be at SWAC Media Day. How you doing, Miss Mary? How you doing today? Miss Mary from that 305. But let's go ahead and get down to it, y'all. So I am, let me move this out the way. All right. So as you see, if you can see it on the screen, we do have the attendees that are going to be at SWAC Media Day on July 16th. So we got representing for Alabama A&M, Donovan Eaglin, that is the running back, and Imari Pate, who is a DB for Alabama State. We got, of course, Andrew Body, who is the quarterback, who is the face of the program, and you also have James Burgess who's the DB on the team. Now we're going to Alcorn. We got Tavarius Griffin, Truck Griffin, and who's tight end, and Malachi Bailey, who has been there before. Defensive end, defensive lineman that's going to represent the school on the defensive side for Alcorn. Bethune-Cookman, we got Raymond Woody III, that is Coach Woody's son, and we got Travaris Hammond, who is a offensive lineman that is going to be representing for the Wildcats. For FAMU, we got Kendall Bowler and we got Kelvin Dean Jr. Kendall Bowler, let me see, he was not there last year, but this is his first year coming to SWAC Media Day. Kelvin Dean Jr., who's the returning running back for the Rattlers, will be on the offensive side. Grambling has Miles Crawley and Quentin Talley. Crawley is QB for Grambling, so I think this will be his first time also. And then with Quentin Talley, this is also his first time. For Jackson State, we got none other than the SWAC Menace of the Year. That's who I gave that award to. It says Guthrie and offensive lineman Evan Henry. It says is the mouthpiece of the defense, and we got Evan Henry, who is the brain of the operation on the offensive line. For Mississippi Valley, we got Carrick Ross as wide receiver and Jordan Bussey on the defensive line. Prairie View coming in with defensive end CJ Presley and wide receiver Shamar Savage. Southern is coming up with Chandler Whitfield, who's a wide receiver, and Sakelby Givens, who is the defensive end for the Jaguars. Texas Southern is coming in with Jacob Williams again and Mehdi Torrance on the offensive line. And for Arkansas Pine Bluff, we got Elijah Jenkins, defensive end, and Damian Dawkins, who is a wide receiver for the Golden Lions. That is the attendees for SWAC Media Day. And let me know give me your comments, concerns about who is going to attend and who you think should have been in place, of one of the attendees. So my thing would be on let me see. Let me get this I got the photo. All right. I don't really have an issue with the said list. Now, I would have, if I'm Bama State, instead of James Burgess, I probably would have brought Rico Dozier. Those are I mean, he was the other big name that actually came, switched schools, um, coming from Pine Bluff, and he is going to be I think more likely he's going to be the captain of the defense. For FAMU, I would give it to Kendall Bolin and Kevin Dean, so that was a good selection. Alcorn, I think G was right when he said for Alcorn who's going to attend the media day, and he had Truck Griffin that was going to be one, and Malachi Bailey, because Malachi is pretty much he's like super returning starter on the defense for Alcorn. If I'm Texas Southern, I would have brought in on the offense. I would have brought in Jace Wilson, and the only reason why I would say you would have brought in Jace Wilson because of the fact that he's a quarterback. In fact, he is he's the SWAC newcomer of the year. I do like I said, I do like CJ Presley and Shamar Savage, both veterans on the team, and they, like my guy Lionel said, PV versus everybody. Make sure y'all go plug into that channel right there. They're going to get some all SWAC preseason picks. As far as with Jackson State, with having Evan Henry and Sayers Guthrie coming, I like the fact that two intelligent guys that's on the team, especially with the Sayers, because man, that kid is charismatic. He can light up a room, just with his presence and with his smile. So light up a room with a smile, and he's very thoughtful. When it comes to thinking about his answers, what to give as far as the response goes, he's very thoughtful and he thinks before he says. But overall, this is a good list. I just want to see, ask some questions, especially for Andrew Body, Kelvin Dean, and Malachi Bailey. So I would go with those right there. But man, look. Let's get into this, y'all. Let's get into this. Why I decided to call the show this afternoon, an hour and a half before it's time for me to go to work. All right, let's get into it, y'all. It's like a never-ending soap opera as the Rattler world turns. Brought to you by G&G Whitworth. I don't know. Y'all know when back in the day when you used to watch, when your grandma or your mama or your auntie now used to watch soap operas and stuff, and they will, it will be like as the world turns, brought to you by, and they just tell you who's the commercials and stuff like that, and the commercials come on in the order that they put it in. So that's what it is. That's what it seems like today. Now, let's get into it. So, men's basketball coach Patrick Crary II is under scrutiny from some alums about releasing players from the team in May. Yeah, brought to you by Calgary. Take me away. That's what Coach Crary needs right here. So Calgary, so it could just take him away, because I don't know what it is with some folks that think that you're gonna get if you want a competitive basketball team and their record was 6-23 or something like that, in a sense, I wouldn't keep half of them jokers either. I would not keep half of them jokers on the team whatsoever. Lord. I'm just saying, he it's just like it, and y'all know, look, it has been a never-ending story with FAMU athletics since January. We about to go into the 7th month this week, right? If I'm not mistaken, yeah, this week. July 1st is coming up. This July 1st is what, next week? A little bit next week. Monday, I think. But it ain't even been a whole year, and it's always it's drama, it's drama everywhere you look around. And I'm just I'm just perplexed about this. So, we got some, I don't think he released a whole team. So, and this is coming from Slim Bahamian. So the rumor, the FAMU men's basketball coach cut every player was a lie. Some left on their own, and one had an NIL elsewhere. So a lie was told, and that student athlete's father lied. Now they can apologize. So here's the thing, and this is how it all started. This is how it all started. And I'm about to go to the source, the Rattler Nation blog. But I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all stay in the news too much. All right. So, and here's the thing. I'm with you, Mr. Campbell. I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't see what the issue is. Everybody got to understand. Athletes got to understand. This ain't what it used to be having a 4-year scholarship to go play somewhere. Um, but at the end of the day, like if a coach wants to come in and he wants to clean house, he's definitely going to go out there and clean house. He can go out there to clean house. I mean, it's the same thing that what happened at Grambling with the volleyball team. I mean, it's the same thing that happened. Hell, it's the same thing that happened with Jackson State when Dion came into play. Dion one of his own players. Chelsea Lucas, one of her own players. But at the end of the day, it's the coach's decision. And now kids got to understand your scholarship ain't guaranteed. It's not guaranteed whatsoever. Scholarships are not guaranteed whatsoever. Scholarships go by a year-to-year basis. So here's the thing. So this is from Rattler Nation blog. FAMU men's basketball program faces controversy over new coach's decision to dismiss entire team. Patrick Crary, who is expected to take over FAMU's men's basketball program on July 1st, has already begun to stir controversy by dismissing the entire basketball team he inherited, sparking outrage from among players, parents, and some alumni. FAMU trustees will meet today, June 24, to consider approving Crary's 3-year contract. Reverend Julius H. McAllister Jr., Senior Minister of Bethel AME Church in Tallahassee, and the father of dismissed player Colin McAllister, voiced his concerns in a detailed letter addressed to FAMU President Larry Robertson, dated, that was yesterday, June 23rd, and obtained by Rattler Nation. I am expressing my feelings in writing because I genuinely believe that the 16 student athletes were dismissed without any opportunity to show the new administration their gifts and graces, Reverend McAllister wrote. Moreover, the dismissal was administered unprofessionally and void of even a modest concern for the well-being of our students, whom we famously claim to, quote-unquote, care for. So it says, Reverend McAllister's letter outlines the sequence of events leading up to the dismissals, raising questions about the decision-making process and adherence to the university's values. According to the letter, the decision was announced abruptly on April 27, 2024, just 9 days after Coach Crary's appointment. The dismissals were communicated via telephone to the players during their final exams, causing significant distress and potential academic impact. Reverend McAllister highlighted that the players were given no opportunity to prove themselves to the new coach, contrary to assurances provided by athletic director Tiffany Dahl Sykes. But that, this blog is pretty much one-sided. McAllister's letter details multiple attempts to engage with Coach Crary, including a contentious meeting on June 3rd, where the coach reportedly displayed disrespectful behavior. Furthermore, the letter questions the legality and appropriateness of Coach Crary's actions, as he was not yet under formal contract with the university or an official university employee. The controversy also touches on broader issues within FAMU's athletic department. Reverend McAllister recalled a previous incident where players were made to sit in the stands during home games, allegedly because having too many players on the bench was deemed a poor image on TV by the AD. This treatment, he argues, is inconsistent with FAMU's motto, excellence with caring. McAllister has called for a thorough review of Coach Crary's and AD Sykes' actions, suggesting that if their justifications are found lacking, they should be relieved of their positions. He emphasized the importance of maintaining the university's commitment to caring for its students, which he believes has been undermined by recent events. The university administration has yet to respond publicly to the letter. As the story unfolds, stakeholders will be watching to see how FAMU addresses the grievances raised and ensures the well-being of the student athletes and whether or not they reflect the institution's core values of excellence with caring. Now, I'm gonna tell you like this. That's most of the stuff is in there. I read it. It sounds it's pretty much sounds legit. But at the end of the day, the Rattler Nation blog is pretty much one sided. It's biased. So this is the same blog that's been trying to get rid of the AD for the longest. This is like, I don't know, but Leonard, yes, they had last season to prove themselves. Guess what? They did not prove themselves. And guess what? When he came in fact, he signed a voluntary employment employment agreement because he wants to, July 1st, you turn around, it's August, then September, and then October. You don't have enough time. You don't have enough time to field the basketball team. So at the end of the day, what can you prove to me off of you being on the team where you had 6 wins? Is part of this part? Is it part coaching? Yes, but it's also that y'all wasn't good. You was not good. You was garbage. You haven't. I don't think FAMU hasn't been good since Jerome James played in the MEAC for y'all. You know, and at the end of the day, like this is what starts. This is what it seems to me, y'all. This is how it seems to me. This seems like a player got pissed off because his scholarship did not get renewed. He went to go tell his daddy to say, "Daddy, can you go take care of this?" Instead of the young man being an adult and handling it like an adult and just say, "Look, let me go find somewhere else that I can go show my talents." That's what it sounds like to me. And daddy like, "Man, ain't nobody gonna come mess with my baby like that." And which our parents, we all parents. We all do that, when we're parents. Like, we don't want nobody messing with our kids and stuff like that. We are, I would say we are overprotected to a certain extent. But at the same time, I'm like this. If you was 6-23 last year, why would I even keep you on the team? Like, why would I want to keep you on my team? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, FAMU be fine, but it's like I'm just saying, this is like it's a never-ending soap opera with FAMU, and we ain't even got halfway through the damn year, and this is coming up, so we gotta, you know, this is from Coach Brian. This is from Brian Fulford, ONG Strike Zone. Summer B, which is the second summer session for FAMU, starts today. Practice workouts are scheduled to start today. The coach has worked for 2 months and hasn't been paid and now doesn't have a contract today. I hate to say this, but it's 100% hashtag FAMU foolishness. That's a great way to speak. That's a great way to say that right there. and this is coming from Allison Posey. I think she is uh, um, the sports reporter, the anchor for in Tallahassee. She says they voted to table the approval of Crairy's employment agreement. Dr. Robinson brings up the fact that they are heading into the academic year without a basketball coach. And then there's another, because this goes way down the pipeline right here from her. Uh oh, and I guess the Board of Trustees meeting was this morning. So AD Tiffany Sykes is on now, going over the process it took to hiring Crary, as well as his bio and his accolades. Trustee Lawson is speaking now. He brings up the fact that young men's scholarships have been taken away. He wants clarification on what exactly happened with that. He also brings up that his salary has tripled from his last job. Well, Crary coached at an NAIA school. Of course, if he comes to a D1 school, his damn salary is going to triple. He wasn't getting paid. He was getting paid pennies on the dollar at the last school that he coached at. He also mentions that Crary was on campus working with students before the agreement was approved. Sykes responds he completed a volunteer employment agreement so he could be on campus working with students. Volunteer employees do not violate any NCAA rules working with student athletes. His salary, in fact, was not tripled. He made $100,000 at his last job, and she said they're not paying him over $300K. As far as cutting student athletes, Sykes says she wants the roster at 16. There are 13 full scholarships and 3 walk-ons. She said the rumors are not true of all 16 athletes being cut, and all 13 on scholarships were not removed. She said some elected to leave. One had an NIL opportunity at another school. Trustee Gibbons is now speaking. He is asking for clarification on the NCAA volunteer agreement. He is saying that salary is being tripled, as you can look it up. I would have to look it up. Sykes is clarifying the volunteer agreement has been filed with HR since April. So he signed that in April. When did he get? He got hired on early April, late March, early April. So, which again, that goes into the fact, like, why wait so damn long when you got rid of the head coach in March? You should have been on the job in March to hire a new basketball coach. Lawson said he wants questions answered before they can move forward. He said he still believes there was a Title IX violation. He said he wants to know the true outcome of the 13 players. He doesn't believe AD Sykes' explanation of what happened. And this is Trustee Lawson. They voted to table the approval of Crary's employment agreement. Dr. Robinson brings up the fact that they are heading into the academic year without a basketball coach. So, one trustee wants to know: was there a Title IX violation? Did a Title IX violation occur with the men's basketball team? He also asked the fact that his pay has tripled, but he was at a D2. Was he a D2 or NAIA school? Like, let's be for real, y'all. Coming from a D2 school, coming from D3, coming from NAIA, coming from a JUCO, wherever you was making before, and you coming into the D1 level of for basketball or just football, period, the outcome of your compensation is going to double or triple. Now I don't think that the format that they was cut during finals is cool, but at the same time, when the season's over with, most of the students are going to go and try to find somewhere else to go. It's the name of the game. It's been like that for the last couple of years. Um, and this is from my boy KJ Black. He said, if you hire me to do a job, let me do my job. Don't tell me how to do the job you hired me for. So, and then here was from Coach Crary. First they love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. That says a lot right there. Whew. Yes, sir. Nice shirt. It's a very nice shirt. And in fact, the blog, there's people that don't like that blog because it's very one sided. One person said, "Coach, fuck that blog and the yoga inbreds it defends." Another person, Percy Miracle, said that blog is a bane to the university's existence. I swear DeSantis is the editor or just some Uncle Ruckus N-word. My boy Jamal, he said that blog don't speak of all of us, Coach. Rattler Nation got your back, Coach. Do your thing. Most of everybody's with the coach. Mostly everybody, literally, mostly everybody's with the coach. They don't really want to run with this. They don't want to run with that blog because, like I said, it's one sided. But at the same time, like, this is it got word from a former FAMU player. We are boycotting the program. He let 16 players go and brought in NAIA talent and a Charlotte transfer. Tiffany is lying at the board of trustees meeting about that because they're trying to save face after one of the kids they let go spoke out about it. Really, I'm gonna be honest with you. Young men and young women, you cannot try to have your cake and eat it too. You cannot at the first sign of I would say adversity, because it's gonna come. You cannot tell your people, tell your folks, hey, they picking on us, they kicked us off the team. No. Take your lumps like adults and move on. Take your lumps like adults and move on. It was some players that entered the portal. It was some players that got one player that got an NIL deal. It was some players that graduated. So, and at the same time, you only won 6 games. What is you crying about? Bro, I'm telling you, if I would say if you want an NAIA school to beat you up, I go call Langston. I go call Coach Wright over there at Langston and the players that he gets on his program. And I bet you, if the Langston Lions come to Tallahassee into the Al Lawson, whatever is the Al Lawson Center, they will whitewash y'all off the floor. The team that Langston had last year and team that you had this last season, that Langston team will wipe y'all up off the floor. Probably pack y'all up by 20. Get their cash and head back to Oklahoma. And like y'all drag like because what? You what you gonna tell your daddy for? Like for real. What he gonna do? He's a pastor. He's a pastor. Do he get money? He probably gives some money. But come on now. Like, stop like this just sometimes this is just kills me. This kills me. This irritates my soul. Like on the real, man. Y'all Negroes was 6-23. Let that make sense. Didn't even qualify for the SWAC tournament. Y'all didn't even want to go to the SWAC tournament. Y'all packed that thing up in there in January. I don't know if it's 6-23, 6-27, 6-25, whatever your record was. You only had 6 wins. Your women's team had more wins than y'all. It just don't make sense, y'all. It don't make sense. It's like, and I'm not speaking for all. I'm not trying to speak for all FAMU alum, but it's like that one core group of alums who gets on here, or they at the board meeting and everything. It's like we do it my way, or you can hit the highway. I'm gonna be honest with you. But then when you get this right here, I don't know if you at work, Mr. Campbell, but I need your opinion on this. So I'm gonna send you this link, and we can discuss it. You give me your take on it because I'm just trying to get some. I'm just trying to get some answers from these questions. But at the same, to me, at the same time, when you get this statement right here, the FAMU men's basketball coach cut every player with a lie, some left on their own, and one had an NIL elsewhere. So a lie was told, and that student athlete's father lied. Now they can apologize. And then my guy, Mr. Troy White, uh, um, he said journalists do real work. They fact check. They get multiple sources. They verify others. Fire off a story, then it blows up in their face. But let's see. So this is another one. AD never gave a clear answer. It was implied that some players were cut, some left because of NIL, some graduated, and 3 remained. I want more information on the players who graduated, because graduating does not end playing eligibility. It's no biggie, just being transparent. There's another one. Well, it was stated all players were cut, and that was true. Not too many coaches are going to keep majority of a team who only won 6 games. I wouldn't mind cleaning house either. You can advocate for trying back out, but who knows? We just know a lie was told on the AD and coach. And this is another one. It wasn't a first lie told either. Let's see. One person said, so we don't have a coach here, do we? We do have a coach who agreed to coach, but he's not signed. And this is the same person, the Slim Bahamian. He should have been under contract. The fact that the board of trustees is holding off makes no sense. He's doing a coach's job, but not officially hired. So how would he cut players if he's not hired? And then Ms. Kenya said probably because they didn't want to be paying 2 coaches at the same time. What date am I hitting Birmingham? It'll be on the 15th. It'll be on the 15th, Deputy Mario. That's when I'm heading out. So then the writer said you can finalize one coach's last check and get them off the payroll and sign the next guy. Now, if we gonna wait till that contract is up and paid, then we should have signed the other coach at the proper time. We are now going into the fall semester without a coach. Not a smart move. Then another one person said, appreciate you. Larry, so the same person said Larry can offer him a 1-year contract from now until the board of trustees reconvenes in August and extends it for 2 more years. My question is, why didn't the board of trustees ask questions about the contract process and his old salary before today's meeting? They've had weeks to review it. Lord Jesus, he said a bag of Cheetos and a Coke for SWAC Media Day. I'm done with y'all. I ain't trying to tell you your last $2. A bag of Cheetos and a Coke ain't gonna get me nothing like that. You know how much a bag of Cheetos is, bro? It's like $2.69. And a Coke is like 3 something. I don't even drink soda like that. I just have to put that. Got orange chicken and fried rice from Panda Express. A half a bag of Skittles. I have $1.99 is one whole small bag of Skittles. I gotta understand. I work in retail, so I know everything. But at the same time, man, look, it's this is just a never ending story. Um, this is just a never ending story that's gonna continue to fluster and go into the season without a coach. Guess who that's gonna look bad on? Gonna look bad on that administration. Right, Whitley. You know what I'm saying? Like a half a bag of Skittles for $1.99. That's a whole bag right there. If you don't add tax on it either. Orange chicken and some rice from Panda Express. That ain't even half of it, bro. That's like That's like 2 pieces of chicken and 1 small scoop of rice for $4.99. Hey, hey, Uncle said you ain't have to sound like no slave to tell me that. Now this is some Florida stuff right here from Publix. But I heard it go hard though. I heard the lemonade and the chicken from Publix go hard. That's what I thought. Look, the candy lady prices like for real. Well, I ain't gonna say no because the candy lady in my neighborhood back in the day, used to double as damn really the candy lady. Double down as the dope house. Dope house in the back, candy lady in the front. You got a Popeyes coupon to donate. I'm about to tell y'all, I'm short like $200 on this thing. We gotta get it. I gotta get it done. I gotta get it done. I got to get it done. You hear what I'm saying? But hey, throughout the 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 pettiness and the cattiness and the sorrow and misery and grief that we could get from FAMU, just having some fun on this channel, man, it brings enjoyment to me. Bro, you think well, you know what? I will go, when I stopped in Mississippi, got to get you some boiled peanuts on the side of the road. But you know what? They do that in the Delta. I'm not going through the Delta. Hey, it ain't no better when I get to Birmingham, because they got some places in Birmingham you can eat. You go and eat. Bottled water from Sam's Club. I'll be like my granny used to tell me, you better go take that hose from outside and fill that damn water bottle up. My main moderator, the head moderator in charge, the person that y'all need to go, that puts everything in the chat. Quay, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that donation right there. Thank you. Whew, man. Appreciate you, sis. See, Dad, you got you a good one right there. I told you can't give her back. You gotta keep her. But yeah, look, we through the midst of it all. Hey, Evan, you gotta go to the Delta to get those boiled peanuts, man. Like for real, on the side of one off of Highway 82. Uh, no, I don't even eat gizzards. I don't eat liver. Ugh. What the? Ooh, make me throw up in my mouth. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Anyway, man, look, it is whew. Well, I would say we are halfway there to finishing up this whole thing. And like I said, if you still want to continue to donate all the way up until it's time for me to roll out, brother is still taking donations. And let the church say amen, amen. But anyway, y'all, look, I hope that Coach Crary gets that his contract gets ratified by the board of trustees. Um, I hope that he's able to field a competitive basketball team, even though he's going to take he's going to take some lumps in his first year as the head coach. Hopefully, he'll have a very competitive team when you think about it. And there she go. I told y'all she's gonna let y'all know. Oh Lord. One boy Lana be on it. So got something from Twitter. Top 10 D1 HBCUs logos. Appreciate you, Mr. Stephen Wells, for the donation. So top 10 Division One HBCU logos. You got Grambling at number one. The brand. South Carolina State at 2, Alabama A&M at 3. I wouldn't have them there. Howard at 4, FAMU at 5, Prairie View at 6, A&T at 7, Tennessee State at 8, Pine Bluff at 9, and Central at 10. All right. Hey, give us something to talk about before our way up to media day, and then after that, gonna hit the road. Gonna hit that road running. Athletic logos. Athletic logos. Jay White, y'all athletic logo look like somebody had an elongated face. But yeah, man, look, I gotta get ready to roll up out of here, y'all. So continue to donate even while we're off this off the stream. Any news that come up between now and tomorrow before 1:00, noon, I will try to get something going on. Tomorrow I'll be at work from 4 to midnight. They say my normal shift. But other than that, look, congratulations to all the attendees who will be there to represent their universities at SWAC Media Day, and to Coach Crary. God got you. Make sure that you keep them head, at the head of your household and stuff like that, and don't let them haters come up. But hold on now. As always, we got the bishop. We got the bishop in the house.
Hey, Doc, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Am I clear?
You clear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, listen, it's a Monday. I'm glad you're doing the show. Always good, man. Like I say, I'm a supporter. It's always good. But, man, listen, it's just a couple things. And I'm going to ask you an honest question.
Go ahead.
The team won 6 games. What did anybody think was going to happen, right?
I get rid of their ass, too.
Okay, so let's stop acting like this is something. See, this is the thing. This is what bothers me. Every team does this, and then guess what? When you have a coach leave, guess what the whole team does? The girls at Jack State, the whole team jumped in the portal and left. So that's what I'm saying. This goes both ways. So this is nothing unusual. This is nothing shocking. Now I'm gonna get on my OBG tirade. You said everything been happening since January, right?
Since
no. Let's stick with that.
Since Willie left.
Okay, who has been in the center of every controversy? Be honest. Who has been in the center of every controversy that we've had, athletic wise?
Athletic wise, is Miss Tiffany.
Okay, now let's go. I'm going to use, and like I say, the Rattler blog. Everybody, blog. But we're just going to use it as a point of reference, right?
Right.
They say,
that's why.
Right. Yeah, we're going to use it as our source. They said that our AD told our players, right, that they were going to have an opportunity to compete. Did they not say that in that blog?
That's what it said.
Okay, the AD, who the AD did she not hire the coach?
She hired the coach.
So you don't think that maybe a discussion was had? Hey, what are we going to do? I would like for the players, they've given their blood, sweat, and tears, the FAMU, let's give them opportunity. Or did she say, you know what, you the coach, you do it how you want it, like most ADs would probably say. See, this is my thing, man. We keep wanting to hide what the thing is. If you don't know how to handle this job, and this has been consistent, it is, again, about a protocol. She goes on the board of trustees meeting. Now, I've been traveling. I just came back from Chicago. I'm in the Midwest doing business. I didn't get to hear, but I'm getting texts of her telling the board of trustees she did not know that because of the amount of his contract, she did not know she had to present it to the board of trustees. All multi-year contracts have to be presented to the board of trustees. Now, whose fault is that? Is that misogyny's fault? Is that sexism's fault? Is that Mr. Campbell don't like her fault? Is the people that hate her fault? Is it because they call her OB? No. You have a job. How you not know that, bro? Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Let's be keeping 100. So you have a job, and you're going to tell me you don't know that this is part of the protocol to hire a coach. And then you get, once again, in a public forum, because that's why because this is no secret. When the board of trustees meeting come up, I usually send you the thing, right? Hey, man, show this, right?
Right.
Don't I? You know why I do that? Because I do that for the people in the amen corner that always, like I say, one of my nieces, Whitley, to the point. Them people in the amen corner, every school got one, right? But I'm talking about, OBG, FAMU, y'all treat her bad. I said, no. I want y'all to just see for yourselves. And how many times have y'all heard or watched board of trustee meetings, ticket raffles, didn't know, I'm going to do this, didn't know I had to do that? That's her saying that. That's not FAMU people saying that. That's her saying that. So sooner or later, either you, like I said, I don't mind people talking trash about FAMU or don't like FAMU. Nobody has to like FAMU. That ain't nobody's job. You love your school. If you went to Jack State, love Jack State. You ain't got to love nobody else. That's fine. I don't care nothing about that. That ain't my thing. I love everybody because I support all these schools and everything. Right. So I don't move like that. But my point of it is, I don't have no problem with people want to joke, trash FAMU. It don't matter. FAMU been, like I said, been around since 1887. They're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're going to be all right. But my point of it is, and the reason why I'm making this point of clarification is, there has been a level of consistency of there. Anytime there's confusion, she's part of it. Point blank, period. Can't be argued. You know what I'm saying? It can't be argued. So my thing is, so again, I'm going to give the Jack State people props. Y'all got the best AD in the SWAC. It ain't no secret. Why is that Ashley? Why every time there's a situation, right? Because even when Coach Reed left, right, that was a big deal, right? That's a big deal. He hired the coach. A couple of people didn't like the coach, but you know what, though? They moved on, and you didn't hear nothing. You heard anything about her contract not being right? You heard anything about that? No. Because A.D. Robinson, okay, let's get this stuff in order. That's real business. That's how you handle business. So my thing is, if you got one A.D. that's doing it a certain way, and then you got another A.D. that's not, then why is it the FAMU people hating when it's just obvious? When I can look at Jack State AD, who has now hired a men's basketball coach, a men's football coach, a women's basketball coach, right,
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and I ain't heard nothing about no contracts, no nothing, whatever. Okay, that's the way you're supposed to do it. This is not rocket science.
Right.
And no, if I am going to invoke it because that's a point. So I can invoke anything I want. So I'm making a point of what the quality, and that's what I'm saying. I'm giving the compliment. This is how you, if I'm going to show you how to handle business, that's how you handle business. So that's a fact. That's why I'm invoking it. So yeah, I'm doing that. So we can move on from that. So my point of it is FAMU with OBG has not handled her business. She ain't doing it. So that's the thing. So you get this blog come on there, and the people upset. And again, I have kids that went to college. That's a big deal when a child gets a college scholarship. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That is money. That all that. So of course, if my child calls me and say, "Hey, Daddy, guess what their coach just told me? I ain't on scholarship." I'm gonna be mad as hell because I know you don't think those kids worked hard and practiced hard.
Right.
Of course they did. So there should be empathy for them. So again, this goes back to the point. If they were told that, based off of this blog, right, that they were going to get opportunity, then it doesn't. It ain't on FAMU. That's how the AD is moving.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the coach is moving. Which her and the coach are not aligned if that happened. Because listen, there was no doubt. When as soon as they hired, like I say, come on, Doc, you know sports. Did you really? I'm gonna say this again. Did we really think any of those players were gonna be on that team?
Hell no, I can tell you that. When I read that this morning.
No.
So I sat outside and I read it and I smoked my little old cigar and I was like, you know what? I'd have got rid of all their asses.
Israel, he asked a question. I have the same answer. Absolutely. Because again, I'm going to say this again. If you made a commitment to somebody, and I'm going to say this, going in writing, if those Grambling coaches, again, I know Grambling very well, and if what happened down there happened, then of course not. But I'm going to tell you this, and this goes for, and see, this is what, you know what, I got a text this morning saying, oh man, this ain't right. I'm just going to tell you a secret. Welcome to 2024. We in the wild, wild west now. There's no right or wrong anymore now. Because everybody is about how all they care about the ends justify the means. And that's unfortunate. There's no commitment to player development. There's no commitment to say, hey, you come to my university, I'm going to take care of you, and you graduate in 4 years. Those conversations don't happen anymore. We got people in the portal. All we want them to do is come and play this year and hope that they stay another year. That's the way most of these coaches are recruiting. So, it's like, come on, man. It's like that. And he said we dragged that woman. We didn't drag that woman. That woman dragged herself. See, that's what I'm saying. Again, you can say what you want, but I'm going to say this again. So, Doc, I'm going to ask you a question. You watched those board of trustees meeting. Was the FAMU people that dragged her the ones say, I'm selling raffle tickets to raise money? Or did she say that?
I mean, she said it, but I didn't say nothing else on it. But I guess this is what I was saying. Most of my whole thing is that she's been on the job for what? Almost 2 years now, right?
Really, a year. Well, yeah, she's going into year 2.
She's going to year 2. So,
yeah, she's going into year 2 because she just did her first athletic year.
Right. So she got, with the compliance and the certification and stuff like that. We see what we just seen what happened. Y'all got y'all stuck together and stuff as far as when it comes to football for APR and stuff like that. You had to get your players recertified and then it was steady throughout the whole season last year and the year before that, and then it's like coming up into this we're about to go into the full athletic year in August, right? Because that's when volleyball season starts in August. That's the start of your full athletic year.
Right.
You had she raised the money to try to keep Coach Willie at school. He decided that he gonna take his talents elsewhere and he gonna be with his homeboy Manny Diaz over at Duke, right? So, okay, what you gonna do with the money? The money that was raised, what you gonna do with it? You gotta figure something out. Well, you're gonna use that to pay the other coaches. You're gonna use that for the new coach.
Well,
Or,
so let's that okay.
that,
So yeah, that money, remember, went into an official fund.
mm-hmm.
That is, so again, you just can't just do anything with that money, because like all schools, they have an official fund that was set up through the alumni association that goes directly to athletics. And
Okay.
each, so it's like a bucket. So baseball might have a bucket, football, but this particular bucket, because we had a bucket where the coach could basically, it was a discretionary fund, right? He could buy helmets, he could buy jackets, he could buy shirts, he could buy whatever. This particular fundraise was for coaches' salaries, which, from my understanding, has already been used to supplement some of those coaches. Which, again, this is all public record. This ain't nothing hidden. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about for football. Okay,
Right.
I want to be clear on that.
Right. And then we get into it. We're talking about it took a while for her to hire the coach. She wanted one coach, but then everybody got into an uproar, and she doubled back down and she hired Cozy, which really most of them y'all want Cozy, the other one want Billy Rose. She wanted Sean Gibbs, but it is what it is. Then we talking about, this is just athletic. We ain't talking about with the 237 right there, because that's something totally that's not part had something to do with athletics, but the other part, most of it was done on the academic side of it for the school. And then we get into the situation with the bowling coach, and now we're in a situation with the men's basketball coach. So on the same to me, when your season was over with in March. Your season was over with in March. As soon as the season's over with, I would have told them, look, hey, brother, it was nice knowing you. Thank you for what you've done for Florida A&M.
But when did they hire the coach, though, Doc? They didn't hire the coach in March, though, did he? They hired him in April, right?
They hired him in April.
Yeah, well, they couldn't let down those kids. Nobody could make that statement until the new coach was hired.
So, but at the end of the day, when you 6-27, or 6-20, whatever your record was, look, last game of the season, hey, I got a severance package for you right here. Appreciate what you've done for us, but we're gonna have to move on from you. And now I'm like, okay, now I got to figure out who the hell I'm gonna get for my next head coach. If she found one, I think he's a good coach. I think he's a very good coach. We don't, he's proven himself on the lower level, but we want to see he can prove himself on the D1 level. He's gonna take some lumps. He's gonna take criticism for how he's running. You know what I'm saying? How he's running the program. But at the end of the day, the main job is to develop kids, develop your student athletes, try to have a winning season, and make sure these kids graduate on time. I mean, that's the thing is, Lamar Sims. That name sounds so familiar right there. That name sounds so familiar. But yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, yes, it's always going to come down to the AD. It's going to come back to the AD. I just want look. Let the man get his code. Okay. Let the man get his team together. Let him do his job. If he don't do a good job, you're only going to get him for 3 years. If you don't do his job, do a good job within the 3 years, then you can find somebody else.
That's the thing. So I think, again, the football hire and the situation with the football hire is totally different with the basketball hire, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had a championship system in place. People said, let's not break that system, right? So that's
Right.
where you had the pushback from bringing the outside coach in. That makes sense. That is, again, not unusual. You had a basketball team that was 6 and something, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? People wanted the
Oh.
guy from Lincoln. There was a couple of guys. You know what I mean? We all saw the list of people that applied for the job. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, but there was no big uproar with like, oh, we can't stand this guy. I think everybody's going to get a coach a chance. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Because he can't go anywhere but up. They only won 6 games. So I think that's why you don't hear he's really coming.
Uh-oh.
So now, of course, again, if I'm any one of those student athletes and somebody says I don't have my scholarship anymore, that is a personal thing that affects me. I would be upset. If I'm a parent, I would be upset. But I'm going to say this: we can't be shocked, because what do you think John Calipari is going to do? John Calipari
Go to the
is
next
going to
person.
go. You know what I'm saying? John Calipari is up in Arkansas right now, and you think them guys from Arkansas that played still going to be there? No. He did that with Kentucky. He cleaned house. Deion came to Jack State. All them guys gone. Mickey Joseph, guys leaving Grambling.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Dishman, guys leaving Texas Southern.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's just part of, and the thing about it, these players have the ability now. They don't have to sit out. They can
To go somewhere else.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I say, so no, I mean, again, it is what it is. But I just think, again, this goes back to that classic term of self-inflicted. If you don't want the scrutiny, then, like I say, measure twice and cut once. Because, again, like I said, if you would have had the conversation with the kids or do whatever they said, which they said was going to let them try out. And see, this is the funny part about that, right? What does that mean, let them try out, right? Because you gotta get scholarships to give scholarships, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that was like, what, a 2 week, all right, I'm going to come in here and let y'all practice for 2 weeks to see if I like you or not.
And here's the thing, too. Like, why am I letting you try out? Y'all was on a 6 and 20 something team.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's just, again,
because the way that the story,
you already tried out. You tried out a whole season.
You tried out a whole season, and the way the story, when I read the story about the player who went to go tell his dad, who's a minister at, AME church down there in Tallahassee, and I'm like, bro, that's like my kid telling me the teacher messing with her at school, but she the one that's being hard-headed and not doing what she's supposed to do. It kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like in the sense like that. Like, I'm not about to sit, like, I gotta, is your word their word and the truth. So I gotta know what the truth is. And the truth is, for this basketball team last season, y'all was hot garbage. You got one on us. You got one on us down there in Tallahassee with us. But other than that, the team was hot garbage. Let's call it. Hey, let's call it spade a spade. I'm just saying. Let's call it spade a spade. Look, y'all was not good. Ain't no need for you to cry to your daddy about you getting off, you got put off the team. And like, dude, just find a place to go there, excel, and then do what you got to do. But I'm not about to sit here and listen to players cry and complain about, little small stuff. And you got to know this too. When you're an athlete nowadays, the days now, your scholarship is on a year-to-year basis. This is nothing new. It's not like when you get on academic scholarships, the academic scholarship can go for 4 years, but at the same time, with those academic scholarships, they are on a year-to-year basis. So let's not act like let's not act like you're not new to this. Here's a good thing. Letting you try out is not a promise to make the team. It's not. He can try out. He could. That man looked at probably tape after tape after film after film after film and say, you know what? None of y'all naggers was any good. I gotta let you go. And if I'm like, if he, when he was doing this at the NA, if he was at the D2 or NAIA level, and your team was that hot garbage, I said, you know what? I would rather bring Langston down to Tallahassee, play y'all boys, get their money, and they take their ass back to Oklahoma.
Hold on. So my HBCU. So Timona's talking about. So this is the thing. This was not something that was a secret. So when he got hired, because the fiscal year starts and ends, and all the contracts, Cozy had the same thing, same situation. But Cozy. So this is another thing. So I want to clear. Everybody, well, how did Cozy get paid? Cozy was already on staff, so he was just getting his break. Yeah. So this is nothing. This was not no secret. When the coach got hired, he knew when the rollover was going to roll. So this wasn't no thing. You know what I mean? So honestly, it wasn't no thing, because that's just, and a lot of schools like that. I can't speak for everybody else, but a lot of times when you bring that same thing happened with Mickey Joseph down there in Grambling. He hadn't gotten paid.
He ain't got paid yet, but they got
they had to roll, and they had to start, because Mickey Joseph was doing the exact same thing. He was recruiting, right? Because you remember the whole big joke, oh, Mickey Joseph's going to leave because he ain't got paid yet. And I know for a fact he hadn't got paid yet, because I know somebody that knows him that said he hadn't got paid yet. So he had to wait until they certified the contract, then he got paid. But those first 6 weeks, I know he didn't get paid. That's a fact. I know that for 100%.
He probably still got some money coming in from Nebraska, so it's not like he wasn't.
No, hold on a minute. She said maybe they knew they couldn't hire him. No, it's not. No. Hold on. Let's be clear. You can hire anybody anytime. It's when your start date. It's like, okay, it's just like if you, and everybody knows this. All y'all work at corporate America. I hire you today. Your start date until July 15th. I hired you today, though, right?
Right.
You're not going to get paid and you're not going to get paid on July 15th. You're not going to get paid until you work 2 weeks and get paid almost a month after that. So that, again, that is not anything unusual. All businesses do that. I'm going to hire you now, which makes sense because they had to hire him. What are they going to do? Wait till July 1st and then we'd not be able to recruit?
Yeah, that's the reason why the reason why they hired him in April, because they knew they was behind the 8 ball, because they got to go to the recruitment. It's the same thing with Coach Richards with the women's coach. We had to hire her at some point because we knew, like, we got, as far as our team goes, we got to get on the.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell someone. No, he could not, because he could not sign anything because he had to be certified by the board of trustees. That's why they had the board of trustees meeting. So and it had to get on the docket. That's why I got on there. And also, it gets on the docket based on the AD putting it on the docket. See, this ain't no magical thing, man. This is all business. And this goes back to, you keep talking about what it is. I'm telling you what it is. So you're actually proving my point. So you're saying it could have been done in May. Who's the person? It doesn't matter to get on the board of trustees docket. You have to submit what you want on the docket. Just like today, from my understanding, she did not realize that she was supposed to submit about his contract and the price. She thought it was good. So again, this goes back to the point I've been trying to make. So these are things that ain't like, it's not a FAMU thing. This is usually what happen with schools, and this is just a protocol. So again, it just is what it is. So again, and Willie made a great point. You know what? She was like, that's the crazy thing. So she said right there, she said, how are they eating and putting gas in the car? This is what happens to a lot of HBCU coaches. That right there, right? Mm-hmm. So Willie, this is a great point. So what happens is, a lot of time, and again, I can't speak for every state. I can speak for Florida and how Florida rolls, right? Because Mississippi might be different, Louisiana might be. This is a Florida thing because of the way the budget works. But if somebody gets hired at Florida State ain't got to worry about that because the Alumni Association is paying that. They're already gapping that. The University of Florida is gapping that. The University of Georgia is gapping that. So, yeah, this is where a lot of these coaches get caught in the catch-22 where they might not even get a check for, like I say, I'm going to say this again, Mickey Joseph did not get paid for, I know, almost 2 months.
Well, this is a story that was going to continue. We'll see what happens with it. But I got to get ready to go in.
So, hey, man, Doc, I just want to tell you one thing real quick, man. I'm going to say this again, man. I'm so proud of you. again, I love when you do these shows, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. You keep doing your thing, man. Keep believing in what you're doing. I remember when you was having 5 people, now you got hundreds of people watching you. So keep doing your thing, brother. I'm gonna keep praying for you, keep supporting
All right. Appreciate you, Unc.
you. All right, man. Got you, bro. Peace.
Peace. All right, y'all. I gotta roll up out of here, y'all. Make sure y'all can still continue to donate. That's another show we talk about right there, Blue. But anyway, man, I gotta roll up out of here, y'all. So y'all continue to donate, continue to subscribe to the channel and like and comment and share with everybody. From my family to yours. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Of course, y'all hug your loved ones and stay dangerous out there. We'll probably be back on tomorrow. See what type of news come out tomorrow. But at the meantime, peace.